Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Engage Chami here. So that we're going to learn how to get this trending gilly style done. Okay, measurements we're going to use 75 25, and then we're going to make our pleats on our base. Okay, I'm using just normal round base and not the V base. Okay, so we're going to get our pleats done carefully. Most preferably, I love at least I should be having like 5 plates. Okay, now if you are working on your base, try not to allow your gele or your sego, whatever they call it, touch the face. Okay, most especially when you have makeup on the face, you won't want it to ruin the work the makeup artist has done. So you carefully work on your pleats, ensure that all pleats are even. That means the first pleat and the second pleat, the third pleat, the spacing are even, and then you get to the ear and hold. So you can ask your muse to hold for you, and then work on the other part of the base. Okay, preferably I love to work from this half of the head to the ear. I change position, work on the other half of the ear to half of the head to ear. So allow each of them get to a point. As you can see, it must get to a point at the ear before we turn. Okay. Now, if you are turning, allow the longer part go under and the shorter part come on top. Okay, the shorter part comes on top, the longer part goes under. So you can ask your muse to hold. Sorry, I'm actually teaching my students, actually a class that we're having in the studio. So I decided to just film it. Okay, so spare my background, spare the things because my students are around. Okay, so now if you are working on fan gele, because this particular method or is a training gele style, you have to work on fan to make fan out of it. And making fan is different from making normal round gele. Okay? Now if you're making fan gele, the first thing you worry about is to get equal pleats, at least two equal pleats to half of the head. Okay, if you can just say for example I'm dividing the head into two parts. Okay, I'm going to get two equal pleats to half of the head before going to get pleats differently. I don't know if I'm being understood. I'm trying so hard, not really so hard, but I'm just trying to make it a little bit understandable for us. Now, if you're done getting your two equal pleats, you can then start to increase your hand. That means from the back of the head, you'll be taking more pleats from the back of the head and taking lesser pleats from the center of the head. Okay, let me zoom this out so we can see. Now, in that way, if you're taking more pleats from the back of the head and taking lesser pleats from the center, it will make the space we have for the back of the head to finish very, very fast. That way, it will give us room, meaning that the center part we can still have like 2 or 3 more layers, and then the back parts we don't have any more layer because we've taken so much from the back. Okay, so with that way we'll be having so much space. I don't know how I filmed this, but my hand is actually blocking the pleats. But let's see how we can explain it for it to be understandable for us. So as you can see, my hand, because we're taking much pleats from the back, we are now having so much space. Right now we are creating the fan. Okay, I know I already have a tutorial on my page on how to create fan. So if you can go down to watch the tutorial, this will be actually very, very easy for you to understand. Now, while making your fan, it's very, very advisable that as you pick your pleats to make your fan, you go back and dress the other end of the hand. Okay, as you can see, I'm going back, I'm dressing the other end. I don't just dress my fan and then leave the back part, because as you're working gradually your hand is moving backward. So if it's not properly arranged to allow each pleat to be on top of each other, your whole work or everything you'll be doing will scatter, and you won't want that. So as you make your fan, you carefully dress the other parts to ensure that it's climbing each other. Okay. Now, one thing you should know that this particular paper gele, or some call it sego, I don't know if it's sego, but paper gele, it's not as easy to pin as our normal ashoke. So you need to have iron hand to be able to pin this. Personally, I don't really like to tie paper gele. I prefer to tie ashoke than paper gele. But since it's coming back to trend, so I'm making a tutorial for us to learn it. Okay, so you make your fan. It's because it's not actually a full fan um gele style that we're tying. So I'm going to cut the fan halfway and then pin. I'm going to show you guys how I pin the gele we are doing. Okay, the pinning method is actually different. I'm going to show you how I pin. So for pinning the gele, you're going to take the very first pleat we made. Let me zoom this in so you can see it. Now I'm going to take the very first pleat from under. The very first pleat we made, as you can see, I'm going to take it from under, and then I'm going to drag it across, so you can see what I'm doing right now. I'm going to drag it across um the fan we've done. Okay. Another thing is dressing of your fan. Now if you are dressing your fan, take note. It is very very important, guys, that you take proper care of the fan. So pinning is actually very essential. Since I've done my fan, I'll go ahead to pin. Now I'm pinning the first pleat I made to the last pleat of my base. Mind you guys, you know we did base before we went ahead to cross and then um use our make our fan. So the very first pleat I made, I'm pinning it down to the base just so that it will be very very firm and it won't move. You know, bag is actually very very slippery. Like any small movement, it will just fall out. So it's advisable you pin it down. Okay, so since I'm done with my fan is okay. I've succeeded in securing it, and then I will then go ahead to pin. Now let me zoom this in so you understand. I told you guys before that you're going to take the very first pleat that we made, because you remember the very first pleat has to be under. So we're going to take the very first pleat, drag it across your fan, and then pin your very first pleat to your base. Okay, now when you're done pinning it, you're going to take it back again under where it's coming from. So it's just like you took your very last pleat, you took it upwards, you brought it out towards the front, you pinned the very first pleat to your base, and then you took it back under where it came from. Now that same very first pleat you took back under, you're going to pin that very first pleat to the base close to the ear. You can even take it to the back of the ear and pin. Now we have so many space remaining, right? So many material, or let's say so many space remaining for our other part. We're going to start making pleats, because this other part we're going to use it to make let's say round gele. Okay, round pleat. So we just go to the back and pin that part at the back. So sorry guys, I'm not actually showing you guys 360 because my students are actually watching and I'm teaching them, and that I'm just here to film it, so they need to understand. So with this at properly pinned at the back, you can just arrange your pleats from the side and then drag it towards the back of your fan. Okay, I don't know if this is understandable. You can ask your question on the comment section. You can drop question comment section. I'm sure to reply your question or answer your question. Just drop your question in the comment section. So don't forget to give us a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to our channel, and also the notification icon. Click on it so you know when we post a new video. So guys, carefully pin the upper part down to the back of your fan. Just carefully pin it down. Most great artists will leave it standing, but I don't know. I just prefer to have it properly pinned down. Trust me, it is not easy to pin. Like I feel like I was pinning the pin was going through my skin, not even the paper gele. So if you are pinning this, be very very careful. If possible, wear glove or use an handkerchief if you have any available, because it's not as easy to pin as it looks. Okay, so you can pin that down, then you can then go ahead to dress your fan. So this part is actually very very important, the dressing of your fan. So carefully dress your fan, ensure that all the pleats are in place, that no pleat is missing, ensure that the fan is properly standing. Like it's very very important. If the fan is not standing, then it's not fan enough. Okay, so that the fan is properly standing and they are all on top of each other. They are all even on top of each other. So I think that's just it. It's not like it's something that is so serious, but it's a Gele style that is actually trending, and this is actually my method of getting it done. So as you can see, my miss was actually sleeping, or my student was actually sleeping, because it's not a small something. So that is it for this tutorial, guys. I hope this actually helped somebody. um I'm going to remake this tutorial again, maybe in a more detailed way. But please guys, do well by encouraging us by giving us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, like it will mean a whole lot to us. Subscribe to our channel and also the notification icon, click on it whenever we post a new video. And don't just touch that, because we are actually coming back with so many training Gele style, like so many training Gele style. I'm coming back to give us back to back. Okay, I hope this actually meets us well, and I hope someone learned something from this particular tutorial. So I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.